What's up, guys? Today is May the 28th. It is Thursday. This is math class. In fact, today is the last math class where you will go over answers that I assigned you this week. Tomorrow, Computer Friday, May the 29th, is the last day of school. In the next video, the one that's attached to this with the answers, I actually say that next week is the last week, but in fact, I was wrong. Today is the last day of going over answers, and tomorrow is the last day of school. All right, so my apologies about any confusion around that. So as always, if you need support, go on to mathantics.com and look up simplifying fractions so that you have a stronger understanding of what we are talking about here. So we're going to go over the answers on how to simplify fractions down to their lowest terms. And then once we finish that, we have finished all the assigned work that I have for you guys this year. It's been awesome working with all of you. It's been a weird situation with this corona, but I appreciate everyone making the best of it. So here we go. Let's jump into those 6 problems and for the corrections. And that's it. All right. Bye. All right, guys, let's go over the 6 problems that I assigned to you guys yesterday. As you can see, the first 2 problems here have not been reduced to their lowest terms because we're going to go over those together. But you can see here that each of the last 4 problems has been reduced to its lowest terms. In the case of 15/100ths, we used 5 as our lowest common factor. And so 5 goes into 15 3 times and 5 goes into 100 20 times. On this one here, 18/38ths, 2 was the lowest common factor, so 9 goes into 18 twice, and 19 goes into 38 twice. Here on 35/90ths, or 35/90ths, the lowest common factor is 5, so 5 goes into 35 7 times, and 5 goes into 90 16 times, so the lowest terms is 7/16. And here on 16/74ths, the lowest term was 2, and 2 goes into 16 8 times, and 2 goes into 74 37 times, so its lowest terms is 8/37. Okay, so let's go over 8/10ths and 11/44ths. All right, here we go. All right, so for 8/10ths, we're going to put it into our ladder here. 8/10ths. Our smallest prime number that can go into both 8 and 10 is 2. Okay, and 2 goes into 8 4 times, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. So now we have a prime number on the bottom here, and there is no other number besides 1 that can go into both 1, 4, and 5. Okay, so that tells us that 2 is our lowest common factor that we need to use to reduce this, and that also tells us that 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 5 is 40. So 40 is the lowest number that both of these numbers can go into, but that's the greatest common factor. We're not worried about that. What we want is the LCM, which in this case equals 2. Okay? So if we divide both sides by 2, what we end up getting is 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 4/5 is the answer to 8/10ths reduced down to its lowest fraction. Okay. Now with 11/44, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put 11 and 44 into our ladder, and what you're going to notice right away is that well, obviously 1 can go into it, but that never counts. So starting with 2, 2 cannot go in, 3 can't go in, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 can't go in. Finally, we get to 11. 11 is our smallest prime number that can go into 11 and 44. 11 goes into 11 1 time, 11 goes into 44 4 times. Therefore, our LCM equals 11, and our GCF, that we don't need right now, equals 44. Okay, so what we need is our LCM. All right, so we're going to put our LCM into this by, we're going to divide both the numerator and the denominator by the LCM. Okay, so divide both sides by 11. And that's going to give us 11 divided by 11 is, of course, 1. And 44 divided by 11 is 4. So therefore, 11/44 is also known as 1/4 as a fraction. That is its lowest terms. Okay, so that's all we've got for today, guys. I just want you guys to jump onto IXL for an hour today and get that done. Please work on fractions on there. And if you want to do other stuff, you can do that tomorrow instead of doing code if you'd like. But for today, I would really prefer that you guys work on fraction stuff, particularly adding and subtracting fractions, so that you are having a strong understanding of what we're talking about this week. All right, guys. So I will see you guys next week, which I believe is our last week. All right. See you then. Bye.